Alrighty. All right. We have a new scenery today. Um, we're in my room. And I just got off of I always do this. I always get on here and just start talking. I don't even greet you all. I'm so sorry. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Vinny and this is 21 Vibes. So happy you're here with us today. I wanted to turn on this camera. I just got out of a Zoom call because I'm changing my career. Not even changing my career, so to speak. Um, I'm I'm embarking on a career journey that I'm excited about. Becoming a life coach, and it was very inspirational and transformative to be on that call. Um, for a while, people have always told me, "Oh yeah, you have a real way of words. You should really think about coaching, or you're great with teaching, so you should do that." Or there's been plenty of people that have let me know that I have a knack for coaching and teaching and just motivational speaking. In fact, every time I was in school and a motivational speaker would come, I always saw myself up on the stage. Like I always would sit in that auditorium and could see myself up there. And now what I'm doing in my life is actualizing everything I've seen for myself before. It was so much more sunny. I think it's gonna start raining soon, but that's okay. I'm not. This video is not gonna be too long today. Um, I just wanted to speak about what really stuck with me. Um, the the speaker in the conference call wanted to leave us with was that we can instantly kind of shift our mindset um, by way of, instead of saying I can't, choose rather to say how can I. And that has been something that I've actually been really meditating on for this past week. So to hear that, it just reconfirmed that I have to really change my mindset about everything that I'm embarking on. So instead of saying I can't, saying how can I, right? Instead of saying instead of saying I can't right now at the moment pay for this course because I might not have the money not right here and right now in this moment, I can change my mindset to be more solution based. How can I afford this course? How can I afford to get these certifications in order to really embark on this journey and begin this first step in this direction of making this my career? Um, in other words, I was also working at I got a gig this past weekend that I'm very happy about. It was amazing, and it is a travel gig for a theme park, and it was just so fulfilling to see the children have fun and know that I contributed to them having a good time, and seeing them spend time with their parents and their siblings. The children there were so kind, so well mannered, and just it really warmed my heart. And instead of feeling like, oh well, this is going to be over this week, let's try this again because my alarm clock just went off. And anyways, where was I? Instead of feeling like, oh well, I can't, or I'm not going to be able to work this gig anymore because they're not going to be in town. In that moment, I didn't even question it. I just said, how can I didn't even question that I can't do it. I just said, how can I make sure that I can work this again? Like, I want to work this again and again and again. Like, I love it. I genuinely haven't had work that I loved since I worked at Starbucks. And I loved working at Starbucks because that was another environment where I contributed to someone having a great day. Whether I made their drink perfect, whether I gave them all of my big energy in the morning, it just woke them up for the
What
day,
size is that
or
caramel
whether
macchiato?
I, could
Yes,
speak
ma'am.
life into someone, tell a joke. Um, it was even for my coworkers, not even just the customers. It was a really, really, really rewarding experience, and I haven't had a. I don't. I don't believe I had a work experience since then that has really been that fulfilling until this past weekend. So I started thinking, I'm like, okay, how can I work this again? And because I just got an email in, let me close this. And I was like, I'm just gonna ask. So I asked and I said, hey, like, is this the last weekend? And, basically, the man running things, he was like, yeah, but we travel. So how far are you willing to drive? And at first I was like, no more than 2 hours. But then I thought about it. And we got to talking more and I looked it up. I see what states they're gonna be touring in. And luckily, they're going to be touring in a bunch of different states that I have access to be able to make that trip and travel to. For this gig that I got this weekend, I've been really meditating on how can I travel for work? Because that's something that I really, really want to do as well. Like, I get a lot of fulfillment from traveling, like, mainly from traveling, visiting family. But just traveling in general feels so refreshing to me, and it's nice to come back home and it's like, I just gained a new experience. I just met new people. I just saw new places. And I was thinking for a while, how can I see? That's that how can I mindset. How can I make this my lifestyle? And so, yeah, we got to talking about it. And it went from me saying no more than 2 hours to me saying, hey, well, I'll see you in Kentucky. And the smile that I have on my face right now is it's been here. Like, it might not always be on my face, but it's I feel it radiating in my heart. Like, I feel it inside of my body is so warm right here in my chest and solar plexus area. Like, I just feel so amazing. Um, and the reason why I brought that up is because instead of limiting myself and limiting my thoughts, instead I've opened up my possibilities by just saying, how can I do this? How can I do that? Even now, I'm not stressing how am I going to be able to make it there? Where am I going to stay when I get there? I know what I want to do. And I know that when I continue to honor my heart, when I continue to do the things that I know that I want to do instead of what I feel like I'm obligated to do, that I'm living in spirit despite living in the flesh. Ever since I stopped, hold on, I'm sorry guys. My camera keeps doing its own thing, y'all. But ever since I started denying my flesh of a lot of things that were holding me back and hurting me, ever since I started honoring my spirit and denying my flesh, things have been really falling in place for me. Um so when I say that since I've been sober and stopped smoking and drinking, it's been hard. I'm not gonna lie. I've had moments where I feel like I want to go buy a bottle of wine and I just want to relax with some wine, but I relax in other ways now. I relax in ways where I run me a bubble bath and I just sit there. And that feels great. I relax by making sure my space is clean. I have a comfy bed to lay in, my teddy bear to cuddle with. Like, I got clean, fresh clothes to put on. I do a face mask. I will go for a walk. I relax by going in the room and chilling with my parents. Might go watch a movie with them. I have other ways. I love candles. I smell a good candle and I'm instantly relaxed. Like, there are so many different other ways to fill that void that you might have. And I filled my void with toxic things for a long time, and choosing to stop doing that has really affected me greatly. It has really positively impacted me in ways where I don't even have such limiting thoughts anymore. And when I do, it's easier to snap out of them. Like it's easier to not feel stuck in those limiting thoughts. Um, because my spirit feels free for a very long time. For once in a very long time, my spirit is feeling weightless. And I'm not gonna get emotional because I know my last video I got very emotional, and I do that a lot. And but this feels great. This feels really good. And it's all a choice. It's all choices that we make. You have to choose to change your mind and change your life. And I know I said that's what we're going to talk about in the next Return to Purpose series. So this is like an appetizer before we get to that. And I'm so excited about that. And that's why I want to keep this a bit short. I don't want to make this too long, but that webinar was amazing, and I just knew I had to get on here and share what I took from it. Another thing was the permission that I'm giving to myself. The permission that I feel like I'm giving to myself right now is to pull from a strength within instead of feeling like I need to rely on a strength outside of me. To pull from happiness and peace within instead of looking for that outside of me. I give myself permission to be my support, be my own guide, be my own biggest fan. And you have to give yourself permission to do that. It's not something that you're just born innately doing, especially when the world knocks you down, the weight of the world, it feels heavy, and you've been through hard things, and you know, it feels like the season of isolation or the season of your trials and tribulations just are getting more and more intense, and you might feel more and more weak. You're not. With the most high, with the most high, with Yeshua, Jesus, our Savior, I don't feel weak at all. And I hope you don't either. I really do. Everything that I speak about, yes, even though I'm speaking on myself, I I make these videos for someone to watch them and reflect. I want this to resonate. Distractions, distractions, distractions. And I'm gonna have to turn this light on because it's getting a little dark. How many times is my alarm clock gonna go off before I can finish this video? Um, and I'm not gonna get distracted. I know what I was talking about. I want to be able to share meaningful content with the world that people can resonate with, because that's the content I thrive off of. I Most of the people that I watch, I resonate with them, resonate with their experiences, and I'm just appreciative that they share it with the world. They share their humanness, and I don't get on here at all and claim to be perfect. Um, I like I said, I genuinely desire to travel for work. I genuinely desire to live a life of purpose and do the work that is meaningful to impact other people's lives. That is why I'm investing in a career choice, a career change, Um, and it's a weekend gig. It's not an all year gig. It does have a time where it will end. However, I choose to continue to be in the mindset of how can I keep showing up? Because I love it. When I tell you guys I love the work that I did this past weekend, I love it so much. I do. I genuinely do. I want to share something. This little boy, he gave me the biggest hug. He had to have been like 3 or 4 years old. And all I did was ask him, "Hey, did you have fun? Did you enjoy it?" Because I genuinely care. Like, I want to know if the children were having fun. Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, how can we improve this activity if the children don't feel like they're getting any fun out of it? Even the adults found it fun. Even the older children, more like child teenage years, they found it fun. And that was so rewarding to see them all having fun. So I asked this little boy, I said, "Did you have fun?" And he just looked at me, he smiled, and he shook his head. And then he opened his arms and gave me the biggest hug. Oh my goodness. That was that was such a gratifying moment. Um, And that gratification was coming from a deeper place. It wasn't coming from a surface level place at all. It was to know that I don't even know exactly what I might have done. It could have been the question. It could have just been my positive aura. It could have, I don't know what it could have been. I'm still thinking about it and trying to come to the conclusion of what it might have been. But I know that whatever I did, I impacted him to where that little boy, he was so tired. We are back. Wow, I just had to delete so much out of my phone because it wasn't the alarm clock this time. It was the fact that I didn't have any storage. And what did I just say? It's raining. I love rain, and I love the fact that these windows. Anyways, let me not get on the tangent because I don't have that much storage. Apparently, okay. I was like, oh my goodness. And what I was speaking about before the video got cut off was the fact that the gratification that I felt was that I made an impact, and that is a deeper sense of gratification, and that signals to me that I was fully aligned in my purpose of being there. I didn't feel like I was just there to fill a job and fill a space and waste time and make money. I didn't think about the money I was making not once. So by the time the gig was over by the end of the weekend, I looked at how much money I earned and I was like, oh, wow. It was just a plus. I hope that when I get to editing this video, it's a bit more cohesive because I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the problem is. My microphone just died, and it just seems like back to back to back, there's some sort of interference with me getting this video done. All right, we back, and the phone is charged. The microphone is charged. Don't mind my hair. I had put it up because I just went to work out a little bit before my conference call. I know I was trying to get my thoughts out earlier. I do want to just touch on some things. My last video was received so well, and it was encouraging. And I do want to let everybody know that I definitely took the time to reflect, and I feel much, much better. I think I needed that good cry and just to be able to finally say a lot of things out loud and let it go. That oh, I feel great. I feel great. I I feel a huge weight lifted off of my shoulders. Um and I'm just thankful. I'm thankful for every experience that I've had so far in life, the good and the bad. They're all shaping me into the woman that I'm becoming, the woman I know that I will be, that I'm supposed to be. And last video, thank you all for your support and the views. I just want to say, it may seem like a little milestone to those on the outside looking in, but for me to have over 100 views within the past 30 days, that is a big, big accomplishment for me. I'm just so happy. We're almost at 50 subscribers. That's only 50 away from 100. I just feel so I feel very confident that we're on the right path here, and I'm motivated. It's getting to the point where every time I feel something or every time I have something on my mind, I want to turn that camera on and get to talking to y'all. So once again, thank you everyone who supports, comments, likes, shares, subscribe. Just thank you so much. And I'm excited. I'm excited for the Return to Purpose episode coming out soon. And I got some good news. I got some travel vlogs coming up. I got so much coming up. I got so much coming up. And just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. And until next time, woo! Woo!